Welcome to Awake Channel. Remember to subscribe. Who Am I? By Ramana Maharshi. Who am I is not merely a question posed by the Indian sage Ramana Maharshi. It's a profound exploration into the very essence of existence itself. Born in 1879 in the southern state of Tamil Nadu, Ramana Maharshi is renowned for his teachings on self-inquiry and spiritual enlightenment. Central to Ramana Maharshi's teachings is the concept of the self, or Atman, which he considered to be the ultimate reality underlying all existence. He urged seekers to turn their attention inward, to probe deeply into the nature of their own consciousness, asking themselves, "Who am I?" This question, though deceptively simple, serves as a gateway to profound self-discovery. Ramana Maharshi encouraged practitioners to relentlessly inquire into their own nature, stripping away layer after layer of false identification until they come to the realization of their true self, which transcends the limitations of the ego and the physical body. According to Ramana Maharshi, the true self is not something to be attained or acquired. It is already present within each individual, ever shining forth in its pure and unblemished glory. However, it is obscured by the veils of ignorance and illusion, which can only be dispelled through rigorous self-inquiry and self-awareness. Ramana Maharshi's teachings emphasize the importance of silence and stillness in this process of self-inquiry. He often advocated the practice of meditation and contemplation as means to quiet the restless mind and uncover the innate tranquility and clarity of the self. For Ramana Maharshi, the quest for self-realization is not merely a philosophical endeavor but a practical and experiential journey. He encouraged seekers to look directly into their own hearts and minds, to observe their thoughts, feelings, and sensations without attachment or judgment, until they penetrate to the very core of their being and realize their essential nature as pure consciousness. In the end, Ramana Maharshi's teachings on Who Am I point to the timeless truth that the ultimate reality is not something outside of ourselves to be sought or attained but is inherent within each of us, waiting to be discovered through the direct experience of our own existence. Ramana Maharshi often emphasized the illusory nature of the ego, the sense of individual identity that arises from our attachment to thoughts, emotions, and sensory experiences. According to his teachings, the ego is nothing more than a transient and ever-changing construct, a product of the mind's constant activity and conditioning. Through self-inquiry, practitioners are invited to scrutinize the nature of the ego and its claims to separate existence. Ramana Maharshi encouraged seekers to ask themselves, who is the I that experiences these thoughts, feelings, and sensations? By turning the spotlight of awareness inward, one begins to unravel the false notions of selfhood and uncover the underlying unity of consciousness. As practitioners delve deeper into the inquiry, they may come to realize that the ego is a collection of fleeting thoughts, beliefs, and desires, devoid of any inherent substance or permanence. Like a mirage in the desert, it appears real only as long as it is believed in, but upon closer examination, it dissolves into the vast expanse of awareness. By disidentifying with the ego and recognizing it as a mere phenomenon arising within consciousness, practitioners can free themselves from its limitations and discover a deeper sense of peace and freedom. In the light of self-awareness, the ego loses its grip, and the true self shines forth in all its radiance. Ramana Maharshi often spoke about the limitations of language and conceptual thinking in the quest for self-realization. He recognized that words and ideas can only point to the truth but can never fully capture its ineffable nature. In the practice of self-inquiry, practitioners are encouraged to go beyond words and concepts, to transcend the mind's incessant chatter and directly experience the pure awareness that lies at the heart of existence. This requires letting go of the need to understand intellectually and instead surrendering to the direct experience of being. For Ramana Maharshi, the true understanding arises not through intellectual analysis but through direct insight, a non-conceptual knowing that transcends the limitations of the rational mind. This insight is not something that can be grasped or communicated but is a lived experience that transforms the very fabric of one's being. Through meditation, contemplation, and self-inquiry, practitioners can cultivate this direct insight and come to know themselves as the timeless and boundless reality that transcends all limitations. In the silence of the heart, beyond the realm of words and concepts, the truth reveals itself, shining forth in all its splendor. In the end, Ramana Maharshi's teachings on Who Am I point to the ultimate truth that words can only hint at, that the self is not something to be understood but something to be realized, not through the intellect but through direct experience. It is the eternal presence that underlies all phenomena, the source and essence of our very being. Through self-inquiry and self-awareness, we can come to know ourselves not as limited and separate individuals but as expressions of the infinite and eternal self, which is the essence of all existence. Thank you to watch Awake channel. Remember to subscribe. Thank you to watch Awake channel. Remember to subscribe.